Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I wasn't planning on coming back online today to talk about anything or to do meditation, but I wanted to come on and talk about last night and about the meditation with Deborah. And I am absolutely over the moon about it. It just was so wonderful. I just finished watching the replay of it, and yeah, there was a little bit of echo when I turned on my microphone while she was talking, so this is not any infraction on her. It's all me because I was a little bit quick to turn my microphone back on. The StreamYard that we were using to do the interaction, that software is very wonky, and and I'm gonna say it straight up. That was every time I spoke, I had to unmute my microphone because otherwise, when she was speaking, then everything would be echoing back to her, and it would really cause an issue with that. And I don't know if that happened when I actually did the interview with Ellie a couple of years ago, but I imagine that chances are it probably was a little bit like that, or she had the equipment that she could phase that out or something. I don't know. But at any rate, that is what happened. And that's why sometimes it sounded like I was talking into a hollow tube or something, because this issue with the echo was kind of something that couldn't be taken care of. Hopefully, for future live streams that she'll have, that they'll be able to resolve that, and that the guests won't be having that issue with regards to the echo effect. But that's just on the technical side of it. On the other side of it, I had the absolutely most amazing thing happen with regards to the synchronicity. And it wasn't what was posted in the video itself. It was actually after the video had ended, after the live stream had ended, and Deborah had concluded the live stream part of the event. After it ended, she and I got to we talked for about an hour after the live stream had ended. And my husband had, in fact, come in here and said, "Oh, Yvette, it's time to go to bed. It's 10 p.m." And I was like, wow. We talked for over 2 hours during that time, because I came on at 8 o'clock in the evening and my time. And I finally turned the computer off at like 10:15, 10:30-ish. And so we had talked for over 2 hours, and it was just amazing. The time just flew by like nobody's business. And it was really, really amazing. So after the live stream had been shut down, we got to talking about the other things, other synchronicities and the other things that were going on. And at one point she said, "Oh, I wish I had recorded this. This is such good nugget of information." And I thought, okay, I remember what we were talking about. So I'm putting this up here so that she can be reminded of it if she happens to tune in. Hello, Deborah, if you're there. Um, what happened was, I was recalling about a week ago when I was talking about what was going on with Venezuelans being sent to El Salvador, to this terrible, horrible prison. And I told her, I said that it just was like a gut punch to me, that I felt like that I had just, the universe had just really just walloped me in the gut, and that I was kind of dealing with that. And it was those couple of days when, I think it was around the 24th, 25th of March, when I felt sucker punched, and I was just absolutely depressed about all of that was going on. And I mentioned to her that I was talking to my guides about it, and I said that it just felt absolutely awful. And I think if you go back to those meditations, you'll see the sense of urgency that was in those discussions. But I said, after Deborah had emailed me about doing the Metatron love stream, suddenly the entire energy of everything just shifted, and it came to this point where I was suddenly having all of the lovely comments and the lovely things from Nigel, Ramon, and Sunshine that were actually in the meditation itself. So all the things that I shared uh, in a more wordy way came to me in the 3 days that followed that. So with each of the guides. So this was something that I did not anticipate having that much of a significant thing to. But when we were talking, it just seemed like everything just happened for a reason. And that those 3 days that I was doing the meditations with each of the guides individually, that it was coming up that these words were seriously some of the most profound words that I had ever gotten as far as the meditation is concerned. So that was really, really, really amazing. And I was just absolutely thrilled about how that worked out and how that came to be. And she said, "Oh, I wish I had recorded that because this is so good." And I said, "Well, I said if I remember it, I'll put it on my channel the next day." So that's what I'm doing. But at any rate, the conversation was just amazing. And we got to talking about some of the other things that were going on after we closed. It was there was a lot of stuff that was happening as far as just discussions of how everything is sort of in tune with each other, and that things are happening for a reason, and they're happening, right now. And I mentioned something about people who pass, transition. I always say transition because I mentioned Richard Chamberlain, and then yesterday, sadly, we learned that Val Kilmer made his transition as well, and I was very saddened about that because I used to watch him when I was growing up, and I said, and so we were talking about the guides mentioning to me that people are wondering why it is that the evildoers are transitioning and are not transitioning, and the people that are really good at heart are transitioning. And I said that my guides told me that the people who are evildoers are not transitioning because they're so terrified of what's going to happen when they eventually do. And the reality is, the people who are good and kind and loving people, they are ready to transition when they transition. They may not physically think that, but they are in their spirit. They are like, okay, I'm ready. Let's just move on to the next level and just go with it. And so my guides indicated to me that they are ready, and that the reason that the evildoers are sticking around so long and they're like the Energizer Bunny on steroids, they are in fact terrified of the notion of transition, because they're like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me when I do, or when this happens, or whatever. So this is what I eventually got, and that's what I told Deborah about. And I said that it was just their fear that is keeping them earthbound. And so that was some of what we also talked about. So there was a lot of just little tiny things that we mentioned and discussed before I went offline. But I really, really enjoyed doing the meditation on her channel. And I am going to be interviewed on another channel because of all this. It's catalyzed something really, really great. My channel is now up to 96 subscribers, which is really, really great. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has shown interest in my channel and in coming here. And as I said many times before, I am grateful to you for being here and for taking part in this community that we're building here. In doing the meditation last night, one of the things that came to me was when I said, "Oh, I can't remember something. I can't remember something," and actually, I did remember it subconsciously. I remembered it because the words just came out just like that, and I was actually on target or in tune with what the actual question or what the actual comment was. So I was very surprised about that as well. And then the discussion about Winnie the Pooh and that episode of Next Generation. I love that episode. I remembered that episode immediately when she mentioned it because I was like, oh my goodness. This is such a great episode and a great story, and if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's very, very good. I actually have all of Next Gen on DVD. I actually have Picard on DVD because I love that character so much, and I just think he's really awesome. I mean, I mentioned a lot about Doctor Who and everything, but I do like Next Gen a lot. I'm a big fan of that, so I'm like, yay, Next Gen, yeah. So, and I also love the idea, the spiritual synchronicity of Next Generation with regards to where we are spiritually. And Deborah calls it Earthtopia. And I think that this idea, this notion of the United Federation of Planets kind of coincides with that idea of Earthtopia, of that idea of a peaceful coexistence of people and of different ideologies, different places, different ways of being, and different things. So I thought that was just very cool. So I was really, really happy when she mentioned that. And the fact that she had that on Winnie the Pooh meme, that just really blew my mind completely, because I used the Winnie the Pooh reference in the meditation. So if you haven't watched the meditation, please take a look at it, have a look at it. I'll put it in the comments below or in the description box below. And on my video from yesterday, all of the meditations that Deborah is doing during the in the upcoming days, they will be on her channel for the next 10 days now, because the 11th day is done and dusted. But I have all of the meditations in the description box on yesterday's video. That's the into the meadow, day number 21. And that's on, you can find that in the description box on that video for the meditations. And I invite you to take part if you can go on live with her and watch the video, watch the guests and everything. If you can do it live, there's a very special energy in doing that. And not just because I was on there, but because I just got the sense that there was, among the people chatting and of the people, who were taking part through the YouTube chat room, there is something really amazing about that energy and about doing that. So I encourage you to take advantage of this. And 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., 8 p.m. in Central European time. So we're 6 hours ahead of Eastern time here in Germany. So if you are available to watch the live stream, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the East Coast of the U.S., and then you can figure it for Central Mountain Day and Pacific times and stuff like that. But I encourage you to go to that live stream, take part in the chat room, subscribe to her channel, and really, just really soak up the goodness that this is, because the meditations with Metatron are just amazing. And what Deborah contributes to the world and to the consciousness of the planet is just cannot be understated. It is absolutely amazing what she's doing. And I am feeling very, very optimistic as she goes forward with doing this. And when I come back on the 13th, it'll be the first day after the 11-day cycle has ended. And I will be back on the 13th to do more meditations. She suggested to me that I type this all out and put it in a book. The thing is, I have 4 books filled with meditation, as well as another small book that has this book that has the first meditations that I did. And so I have got a lot of work ahead of me to do. And once I take my German citizenship test, I'll probably get started on that and get busy with that and do that. So on the 24th of April, send me light as I take the citizenship test in German, and move forward with that. And also send a little bit of light as I travel tomorrow and to the UK and see friends, have some experiences, and just enjoy a little bit of a break. I look forward to coming back. I will probably make some videos while I'm in the UK, maybe, showing you some places that I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, if you'd like, you can stay tuned for that, and hopefully there will be something going on. As I said, I bought a small notebook yesterday, and I bought a mechanical pencil, so I will be able to write if I need to. Um, but it won't be a full-fledged meditation. It'll just be like little thoughts and insights and stuff like that. So I may include that also in the video while I'm in the UK. But if I don't, if you don't see me or hear from me during the coming days, no worries. I'm going to be fine. Everything is going to be okay. My guides have assured me that we are all going to be okay. That during the next 10 days or 11 days, that all will be well. And when I get back, then I'll be able to do more and say more. But as I said, the meditation yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. It was one of my favorite moments since starting this. Spending time in reveling in the energy that Deborah exudes and being able to add my own energy to it was very cool. So I had a wonderful time, and again, thank you to Deborah for having me on her channel. I appreciate it, and I hope that you will take advantage of the opportunities that this will bring, because these meditations are amazing. And when you have two people, one being a super powerhouse of a spiritual person like Deborah, you're in for some good stuff. So between her and the guests that she has on her channel, this is going to be some amazing stuff, and I think you're going to be very, very happy with it. This is just the beginning. So at any rate, stay tuned. Allow yourself to enjoy the moment and revel in that moment and in that energy, and I will talk to you soon, either in the UK or when I get back. But I'm thinking that I'm going to do something while I'm in the UK. So I will come and chat with you and let you know what's going on. But I wish you a wonderful day. I wish you a wonderful few days. I wish you the best week ever. And if I think of anything else that I may have missed while during the meditation or during the after meditation chat that Deborah and I had, I will drop it here in a smaller video. But I did want to come on and just talk about that a little bit and say how grateful I am that that this all happened the way it did, and that I was able to do this and participate in this. And I am absolutely overjoyed that it went as well as it did. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of this community. And as always, namaste.